decided this is what you wanted to do as a career?
Well, coming from New York City, I'm a Harlem boy. We were actually street buddies.
Right.
And he introduced me to Tupac Shakur. And unfortunately, I was born in an environment where it was pretty rough.
I'm the founder and artistic director of Revive Dance Center. And someone's Louis Timmerman. So everybody give it up, and you guys are done.
First Choice One is way different than the music industry.
And attorney Leslie Federico goes through.
Should be restored to full capacity today.
To me, if you believe someone doesn't...
That's just so nice when you explain that. Tell her what really happened. I didn't know what I was doing when I was writing the courtroom scene and you couldn't take it any longer. You said,
Two words. I can. On count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You have a problem. Well, yes, it's not, right?
All of us to be successful. Some people think they can do it by themselves. My wife is my best friend. So when you meet your best friend, you marry. We've been together 30 years. Because outside of the box, and they didn't like that. They want you in the box. Surprisingly, the only thing that's holding her back is fear.
For those who are watching, Leslie still got some dance moves in there. I mean, this is the last hee-haw for me. After that,
yeah.
Well, bless their heart. That's what they say out here in the South.
Married an ugly baby.
Oh,
You said, oh, baby, bless her heart.
Bless their.
Why do you think I have all these different names? Okay, this realization that I'm a lot of different people inside. I mean,
Right.
if you saw the hip hop videos of me dancing, and
Oh
then
my
you see me
God.
in court, you'd never believe it.
But why limit yourself just to one thing? That's so boring. I mean,
It is boring, right? It is boring.
Don't give up. If something's hard, don't give up. Keep excelling. Because when you finally get it, it's going to be that much more. If everything seems easy, where's the excitement once it's achieved?
I always think outside the box, and they didn't like that.
I'm somebody like you will never meet, ever meet. I am a lawyer. I used to be a chemistry and biology teacher, and I was also a dancer, actress, and social media influencer.
welcome everyone. I'm back again with Wisdom at the Table, where conversations are real, the experiences are real. We're here to give you insights and lessons that will inspire growth without the noise of politics or religion. So pull up a chair and let's talk. I hope everyone is good tonight. Everyone is okay. Everyone's being safe. The topic tonight that we're going to talk about is success in these economic times. How do we push ourselves to success in these economic times? That's a good question, right? Because really, these times are kind of uncertain. We don't know which direction they're going to go. But yet, some of us are in a position where we are managing our own businesses, right? We're managing our time that we spend at work, and then with family and with children and husbands and wives and etc., things like that. But really, we're talking about the overall picture of success when it comes to the entrepreneur type of spirit, meaning those who own their own businesses. And really, this information is for not only people who own their own businesses, but for the people who might have in their mind in the future that owning their own business is something they will want to do in the future. So let's get started. Really, how do we push ourselves to success in these hard economic times? Now, when we think about it, hard economic times, what do I mean by that? Well, how about be in a position where you lost employment, or you have health problems, or you're dealing with some form of pestilence, like maybe COVID, or some type of disease of the flu, or maybe heart disease or cancer, or those things like that. Well, really, when you think about it, you have to admit that these are contributing to hard economic times, right? When we think about that, and when it boils down to it, how is a person is supposed to succeed if, in fact, they are dealing with these type of times, this period in life that they're dealing with? Well, there's a formula to success, and I'll bring up my slide here. There's a formula to success. Well, like I mentioned, your health is one of the ingredients that you need to succeed. And in this show, you're going to hear me a lot, talk about a lot, taking care of your personal self, because really, when you take care of your personal self, you're able to do other things outside of that. Really, if you don't take care of yourself, well, really, it's going to be difficult for you to be able to succeed. Well, here's the question. Did you know that having good health contributes to your personal success? Your health contributes to your personal success. And if you have bad health, it makes it that much more difficult to be successful. What do I mean? Well, what I mean by that is that really, if we're looking at revamping our business or changing the way we think about our business, we first have to focus on the business of ourselves, right? We have to focus on the fact that we have to take care of ourselves. And how do we do that? Well, first we take care of ourselves by making sure we go to a doctor, and we make sure we stay up to par with our physical health and things that we need. Now that brings us to how we look at the business that we're in. And again, we're focusing on people who own their own businesses, right? So here's the questions. How do you look at your present clients? How do you look at your present clients? How do you look at your potential clients? How do you generate long and purposeful businesses? Are they all, when you look at them, are they all just viewed by you as a dollar sign, so to speak? Do you view them as dollar signs? Or do you view them as potential people that you're going to have relationships with, right? Really, if you're thinking about that, you basically got to keep in mind that all it takes for you to lose a potential client or a person who is a regular client is for another person in your field to come along who is also professional, but the difference is they care about their client. They care about their client. And that's important, that they care, because really that's the difference. That's going to set you apart from everyone else. Example, we know that we have the internet, right? As it speaks, we do have the internet. And when I wrote this was a few years ago, there are more chat rooms, and there are more social media platforms out there. But I have Zoom, Google Duo, Snapchat, WhatsApp. We know we got TikTok, of course, Facebook been around, Messenger, Twitter, all those things, Tumblr. But those are good platforms. But really, when you think about building relationships, would it be more difficult to build a relationship on those platforms, or would it be easier to get in the face of your clients, let them know who you are, and that you're there to help them? For a moment, don't think that your clients don't know after you give them your spiel that they have to get their checkbook out or credit card at the end of your spiel and pay you. Don't insult them by not thinking that they already know that. So you have to show them that you care about them. How? By dignifying them, by giving them the ability to become a professional that you can trust, and letting them know that you're truly there to actually help them. You're truly there to actually help them. So, the first thing you have to do, the first thing we have to do is we have to become the professional. What do I mean by that? Well, really, we got to understand the craft that we're in. And regardless of how our clients might respond to us in different ways, maybe they're very, very happy with our service, or they might be dissatisfied at some point because they might not understand. We still have to be professional. And what that does is, for us to satisfy them, we have to listen to what they say and then give them what they need. Here's an example. A person is in a beauty supply shop. And really, when you think about that, uh, a customer that walks into a beauty supply shop, or maybe Lowe's or Home Depot or any of those type of stores, and they're actually looking around for an item. Now, there's a sales clerk in the same aisle with that person looking around for that item. That sales clerk sees them, the customer sees the sales clerk. Now, what is that sales clerk first thought in his mind? Is it the thought is, oh, okay, he's in this store or she's in this store. She'll find what she's going to find. She's just looking around. Or is it her initiative, or does she take the initiative to go to the customer and say to the customer, can I help you? Right? And really, that's what we want, right? When we go into an establishment, even, I go into Lowe's often, right? I'm on the other side of my business is remodeling and construction. So I go on Lowe's a lot, just for little things that I might need on my guys might need on different jobs. And, Lowe's is a big store. So sometimes I might be looking for an item, but I spend most of my time looking for sales clerks. Does that happen to you? And then when I find one, they are not educated enough to help me in the item that I'm looking for. They always got to call somebody else. So what we have to do is we have to learn our craft. We have to be patient enough to listen to our clients, offer our help, and then help our clients to become business people. Help them to realize that and understand that they are business people too, right? So really, I'm talking about box stores, but really, I'm talking about service jobs as well, because what I mean by helping them to understand they're business people, even though they don't realize or understand the craft that you might be in, still you can help them become a business person. Why? Because some clients don't know that they already are business people. They pay their bills to different institutions. They shop at bargain grocery stores, like I said, for groceries and clothing. They negotiate great deals on vacation. They buy homes, cars, etc. So if you are able to put the self-worth back into your clients' buying habits, as adults, we hate it when we do not know what's going on with business that we have to take care of on a regular basis. So say, for instance, someone hires me to more or less come and build a house for them. Well, most of my clients that ask for homes to be built, they don't know how to build them themselves, right? So as a professional, am I going to tell them how to build a house? No, but they might ask, what type of materials are you using? What kind of foundation are you putting down? What kind of roofing is going on top of the roof? What kind of doors? What kind of shingle? I mean, they might ask those things. So dignifying them I am going to now find the ability to educate them um, and what I'm actually doing, being transparent. Um, Give you another example. I took my car in for inspection some years ago, and the first guy tells me in the inspection that that um, my vehicle um, was going to be $30 for the inspection. That's what he tells me. So, and then 10 minutes later, a second person um, comes and takes my car, and they call me back to the actual desk, and they say to me that one of my lights are out. So um, they have to change it. The light is above my license plate. They have to change it out. Um, and it's gonna cost me $10 change my light out. Now, of course, I didn't see the light out before I got there, so I had to trust what they told me. I left them. I said, okay, no problem. I left the car with them, changed the light out. 10 minutes later, uh, they come back again. They said, well, it's not one bulb, but two. Hmm, two bulbs. Okay. All right. Well, I needed to pass inspection. They know that. So I give them the okay, and they go and they put the bulbs in or whatever the case may be. 10 minutes later, they come back again. Mr. Edwards, could you come to the front desk? Well, your car is tinted. And because it's tinted, we have to charge you another $10 for your tinted windows for the inspection. Now, how do you think I felt after that? Well, first of all, they did not dignify me because why? I didn't have knowledge to know that the things that they were charging me for was actually an issue. Um, I went in there paying $30, and next thing you know, I walked out the door paying over $50 for a change inspection. Will I ever bring them a customer or come back again? No. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not a chiropractor. I'm not a physician. I'm not a cosmetologist or a mechanic. That was their opportunity to teach me and be transparent and build a strong business relationship with me. Even though I knew that uh, I had to pay at the end, I also knew that I was never going back there again, nor would I refer anyone to that establishment. Now, maybe they were telling me the truth about me needing lights replaced. That cost, again, I'm sorry, it was $5. And now um, they made a huge mistake when they built a negative perception, because really my whole um, aim was going in there was to basically get an inspection. And if in fact they would have did it in the right way or showed me, dignified me, maybe I would still be a customer today. Um, Really, because we are professionals, right? Because we are professionals, we don't want to degrade people, our clients. We want to be care enough to listen and give them what they need. How? By building a foundation for your business. Here's an example. A person comes in to your business and they ask for something that you know that is not going to benefit them because it's more money that the thing that they're requesting. Would you sell it to them, or would you sell them that service knowing that they didn't need it? No. What you would do is you would educate them, and you would let them know that the service that they're requesting they really don't need. It's really that simple. So it's connected to honesty as well, right? It's connected to a person being honest in their business dealings. And really, how far does that go? That goes a long way. Another way to build your business is basically dignifying your clients, like I said, being honest, but also networking, letting as many people know what you do. Love what you do. Because really, tell you the truth, if you don't love what you do, it's like going into a job that you hate every day. And at the end of the day, you dread it and getting up the next day going to that job. So say for instance, you hate what you do. Well, really, it's your way of thinking. How do you change your way of thinking to love what you do? Well, you look at the incentive. That well, this job or whatever I'm doing helps me take care of my family. It helps me pay bills. It gives me the ability to travel. It does all those things. So really, a person, the way they look at what they're doing, um, can actually help them to be happy. So really, what you have to do, you must find a reason to be happy about what you do. Why? Because if you're not happy, you can create for yourself a stress level that could eventually kill your business and you. I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but it is true. Stress does kill things. It can hurt you and also hurt the business that you are in. You can't become a billionaire because you died suddenly because the lack of the basic tools your body needs to survive. You cannot care about people in your business if you do not first take care of yourself. You see, to push yourself to success means that you have to have a passion, a positive focus to how you want to be looked at or thought of in the main street of life. If you do not want to be successful, as far as wealth in this world identifies success, still your success should be within yourself. You should feel good about pushing yourself to success. You want to be successful by the long-standing relationships that you build by helping others to become successful. You see, in this way, we are pushing others that you meet to become successful during these hard economic times. We know that we need each other to be successful as well. We need a unit. You see, ladies and gentlemen, love yourself and what you do. It will help you help others. In turn, it will give you the opportunity to build long-lasting business relationships and quality friendships that will last a lifetime. It's important. Why? Because basically, if in fact we do these things, we know that our business will become successful. Look for ways to help your client. The money is going to be there, right? If you have a good service, you will have the money. The money is going to come. But really, what are we trying to build? We're trying to build long-lasting relationships, relationships that turn into friendships, friendships that last for years. They say you can get $1,000 one time, but you can get $1 for a lifetime. Which is worth more to you? Is it $1 for a lifetime or $1,000 just one time? I know people who have basically experienced getting a client and getting a large payout, but never having a client, that client again. You see, the rule of thumb is when you build relationships in your business, you have a client for life. When you build relationships in your business, you have a client for life. What comes from that? What comes from that is, okay, friendships, which is most important. But also, that client now becomes an advocate for you. It's going to advocate for you. It's going to tell people about what you do, how great a business service that you have. And these are the things that you actually want in your business. So, with that said, thank you very much. I hope that you've actually learned something today. Thanks for joining us at Wisdom at the Table, brought to you by Prism Co. We hope today's conversation gave you something to think about, something to feel, or something to grow from. Until next time, stay grounded, stay safe, show up.
Decided this is what you want to do as a career.
Well, you know, coming from New York City, I'm a Harlem boy. We were actually street buddies.
Right.
And he introduced me to Tupac Shakur. And unfortunately, I was born in an environment where it was pretty rough.
I'm the founder and artistic director of Revive Dance Center. And someone's always terrible. So everybody give it up and you guys are done.
First Choice One is way different than the music industry.
And attorney Leslie Federico's through.
Should be restored to full capacity today.
To me, if you believe someone doesn't
Yes, you're so nice when you explain that. Tell her what really happened. I didn't know what I was doing when I was writing the courtroom scene and you couldn't take it any longer. You said,
Two words. I can. On the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You have a problem? Well, the answer is no, right?
All of us would be successful. Some people think they can do it by themselves. Life is my best friend. So when you meet your best friend, man, we've been together 30 years. Because outside the box, and they didn't like that. They want you in the box. Surprisingly, the only thing that's on the back is fear.
for those who are watching, Leslie still got some dance moves in there. I mean, this is the last hee-haw for me. After that,
Yeah.
well, bless their heart. That's what they say out here in the South.
Married an ugly baby.
Oh, I
You
was about
said,
to say.
"Oh, baby, bless her heart."
That's the,
I mean, why do you think I have all these different names? Okay, this realization that I'm a lot of different people inside. I mean,
Right.
if you saw the hip hop videos of me dancing,
Oh
and
my
you see me
God.
in court, you never believe it.
but why limit yourself just to one thing? That's so boring. I mean,
It is boring, right? It is boring.
Don't give up. If something's hard, don't give up. Keep excelling. And because when you finally get it, it's going to mean that much more. If everything seems easy, but when, where's the excitement once it's achieved?
I always think outside the box, and they didn't like that.
I'm somebody like you will never meet, ever meet. I am a lawyer. I used to be a chemistry and biology teacher, and I was also a dancer, actress, and social media influencer.